started doing whatever marketing I knew. And the only marketing I really knew, because I'm not really too good with social media and, Google and things like that, is I went door to door. So I would literally close the shop at 11 a.m. every day. I would go visit different businesses in our town and surrounding towns for an hour, hour and a half. I would grab lunch and then I'd come back to the shop. Every day that I did that, I picked up another job.
Yeah, that's wait. So how did you? You know what's funny, by the way, because you told me this story of watching that video that's 0 to 250K at the conference, and I was like, that is so cool, because I think that was the first videos that I actually made just from what we learned running a little manual shop on a college campus. Obviously, everything like worked for students, and it worked then in that time and era. There's so many new different marketing channels now, but that's really crazy. Well, tell me just a little bit more about the door to door though.
I literally made a flyer, and I would walk in and introduce myself and say, Hey, I'm Vlad. I own a local print shop I just opened recently, and if you need anything, please feel free to reach out to me. And pizzerias, all different types of places. Like one of my first customers was a local pizzeria down the street. I walked in, he said, "Oh, wow, I need to get some shirts made." I was like, "I'm your guy."
So was that from the flyer? So you walked in, dropped off a flyer, asked for the owner or something, just introduce yourself.
Just introduce myself, and I think the first week.
How did you say it? Because, that feels awkward to me too.
I'll tell you that I still do that till this day, right? Because that's the only marketing I know. Like, I just don't, like, I can sell really, really well face-to-face because that's what I've done for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? I've sat with clients, I've met face-to-face, and I've sold a variety of different things. When it comes to marketing online, I never did that, right? I never had to post on Instagram. I did personally, but not for business. Like the company I was with had a department that handled that stuff. So I just still, till this day, we still do the same thing.
But give me an example, like that pizza shop, you walk in with the flyers. What do you say?
Yeah. So I'll tell you the most recent one. So I happened to be driving and I was hungry.
Okay.
So I saw a pizzeria. I pulled over, went in, grabbed the slice. As I'm eating my pizza, I said thank you to the guy. And on the way out, I said, "Hey, by the way, I own a print shop 2 towns over. Here's a flyer. If you ever need anything printed, feel free to reach out to me." And the guy said, "Thank you so much." And yesterday he called me and said, "Hey, I need to get some shirts done. How could I send you the design?" Right. So that's how simple it was. It wasn't like going out there specifically, walking in like, "Here, we want to sell you something." Walking in saying, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. I work or own this business. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to us."
Then that's smooth. What about, you talked about closing the shop before and you're at like 11, you're going door to door. What was that script like?
Well, that's what happened, right? So that was one thing that I used to do. Secondly, I literally contacted every single person in my phone book, right? And said, "Hey, I opened up a print shop. If you know anybody or you need anything, let me know."
Right.
And that helped, right? Because a friend of mine has a catering company. He reached out to me, said he needed some shirts. So just from one thing led to another. And every day as things went on, we just got busier and busier from one job to the next, to 2 jobs, to 3 jobs, to 5 jobs. And at that time, we were doing everything in vinyl. So it was taking, unless we got a big order, then I would outsource it. But at that time, for the most part, a dozen shirts or whatever we were doing in vinyl, it was taking forever to do.